Hello everyone, it's me, Riku Keyblade Master, back once again. I'm not in my new place just yet because my mom is still in the process of painting and she's been behind due to her work schedule and stuff. And the weather too, not making things easier for us either. Last night it rained and thunderstormed like nobody's business, and tonight it's gonna do it again. And I mean, yikes. It's going to be a mess. Imagine trying to move stuff into your house when it's raining. That doesn't work very well. Or mostly at all. And yeah. And like I said, I can't really do a house tour video due to the dangerous staircase. Going straight up for about maybe 12 steps and then turning to my right for 2 steps. But my mom is looking into getting a chairlift. More than likely, when that does happen, though, and I do get the chance to show you guys the staircase, yeah, you're probably just gonna see the wall and maybe the stairs halfway, due to the fact that the camera lens is a real pain in the butt to try to control sometimes. But it's really cool because, like, our whole downstairs level is like this really cute dusty tail color. Basically you'd be thinking, oh my god, does she got sand all over her walls? You know, you get the idea. And you know, you would think that because it's basically the same color. The same color that my mom wants to get of this Equinox she's looking at. Which is really cute and fitting. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty boss. I'm not kidding. At first I didn't think it would look right. You know, I thought I would barely see it. Until one day I went there to help her paint myself with her, me, and our family friend Boomer. Well, Boomer's just his nickname. His real name is Steve Kemp. He was related to the guy the kid I told you I went to school with, Eugene Kemp, the one that I told you guys he was swimming in Sebula and seaweed wrapped around his leg and it basically drowned him. And that's what I was afraid of with me when my mom and I were playing that random game at the San Diego beach that she wanted to play so badly, where we had to basically try to outlast a wave and then go deeper and deeper and deeper until the wave beat us. And that we could only do that like 5 times before the wave finally beat us. And it was scary. Especially since that 2013 was the same year. My grandma's like, be careful because the shark currents are all screwed up. In other words, you may find a shark where they're not supposed to be. So I said, thanks for the warning. And my other grandma that used to live in San Diego, she still lives in Cali, but I don't know where she lives now, but she said Oh no, the sharks are nowhere near where we are. They're near the docks. Would you like to go see? And I'm like, no. Anyway, Eugene and I, we weren't really friends. He was just someone that would help out every now and then. People assumed we were friends, just, because I helped him out a lot. Because I was nice to him when nobody else was. And, yeah, it was a very rough time for me when I found out. I mean, seriously, that happened that very same year that we went up to Cali for Lorenzo's boot camp graduation after his 13 weeks of boot camp before he served his 4-year contract in the Marines. The good news is even though he's a former Marine, he can still apply at USAA because they help current veterans and former veterans and their families, which is really cool. But at the same time, I get so upset when I hear stories about how, the Wounded Warrior Project is a foundation that, it's a good foundation, but you don't need to advertise yourself like every single time because of the fact that that gets advertised more than a lot of the cancer ads, more than any of the hydrosyphilis ads, which we hardly even see any of. I've only seen one news article during National Hydrosyphilis Month, and that's it. It's like people don't treat us like we matter. It's like people don't treat those with hydrosyphilis the same as those with other disabilities. Like, I know autism gets a lot of attention, a lot of cancers get a lot of attention, that's a no-brainer. But the thing is, the reason why it hurts me to see that whole Wounded Warrior commercial is because it's something that I was there purposely, so my brother set up this secret meeting. I got to meet Sergeant Moon, and I didn't know what was technically going to happen. Here's what happened. We were playing this game where, it had a lot to do with sounds. And we were divided into 2 teams, follow series and lead series. And whoever heard the most sounds actually won. Well, see, the thing is I didn't know which team I was on. I just felt like, oh my God, should I even play? Because I'd be totally cheating. Because I could hear really well. I have a huge advantage over a lot of the other contestants. And I felt really bad. I had a lot of compassion because I was like, what, should I even bother playing? But part of my impulses, my brain took over, and boom, I ended up playing, and they said that lead series were the ones that won, so they got to start going ahead to find the auditorium that they were given this big speech at. However, follow series were the real winners, and they got a personal escort by Sergeant Moon himself to the auditorium I have a funny feeling that that was my fault that they won. It was. I felt kind of bad for the other team because the other team was going to get lost without an escort. And I'm like, oh, great. You know? It's just crazy. And he and I got to talking. And this is where what he said to me comes into play with what really hurts me every time I hear those ads about the Wounded Warrior Project. He says to me, he says, little lady, any idiot could put on a military uniform, assemble a gun, go out and shoot it. Drive a tank, handle a cannon, you name it. But it takes a stronger person to go through what you're dealing with. I mean, hell, your brother told me everything. You weren't even supposed to live past the age of 2 years old. And wow, I just knew I gotta meet this girl. So your brother and I set this up on purpose, basically. I said, yeah, something tells me I kind of figured that when I noticed the tone you were using when you were announcing that Follow Series was actually the ones who really won. And he goes, see, exactly. You didn't have to see me to tell what was really going down. You just had to hear the tone in my voice, and hardly anyone could pick up a person's tone. And some tones do get confusing, but you got the right one. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I was just like, part of me was like, that episode of SpongeBob where they got the little versions of him, like, running around, like, we threw out everything, including his name. And it's just like, little versions of me running around, like, is this real life right now? The only difference is my brain didn't snap. Which I thought it was going to. You know? I was like, oh my God. Wow. And he goes, that's right, little lady. You and I are going to be leading a special escort to the auditorium for the presentation. And man, if half my recruits had half the attitude and strength that you had, I wouldn't have to be dealing with such arrogant maggots. Not arrogant, but like, lazy pains, like people that were lazy. You guys get the idea. I don't want to use arrogant because of the fact that, sometimes arrogance does let you win. And, but laziness, on the other hand, yikes. Unless it's one of those whole sleep in for the cure kind of things, because you don't want to run the marathon. Which I totally understand that, because I can't run for very long distances anyway. Like I said, I'm partially paralyzed. But yeah, I just feel like I just felt like getting this all out there, because I just wanted to get everything, all the updates and everything out there, and, some past thoughts that I was thinking of for the past few days. And plus, I wasn't feeling too great the past couple of days. I mean, I went to my friend's party. I went to Jude's party, which was actually pretty fun. He opened... Mine and my mom's present was the first one he opened. We got him a Sonic the Hedgehog bedspread, and his mom, Heather, goes, you guys gonna get me one too? And... because I'm jealous. And my mom's like, Jude'll share. That's the crazy thing about Jude that I love about him. You can get that kid anything and he would be, like, extremely happy. Like, no shit. His brother, who he calls Bubba, got him some Legos. I forget the set, but yeah. I forget the Lego set he got, but it was just awesome. Like, holy crap. And he got a lot of cool stuff. It was wow. And we went to, of course it was, in Prairie Village, because that's the apartment complex that Heather lives at still. That's the one that I moved from. And they're like, as soon as you left, the sunshine just got sucked away. Will you please come back? I said, I can't. I got a lot to handle. I got a lot to plan. And there's some new stuff in my future. Because, with our store and everything. If everything hopefully goes according to plan. I'm sorry this video is a little long. I just, wanted to get every bit of info out there. I just wanted to give you guys some updates on how the moving process is going. I should have just said it's going nowhere due to the weather messes that are going on. But in any case, you guys know what to do. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade builder, and stay awesome as usual. Until next time, I've been Riku Keyblade Master. Stay safe and stay awesome. I cannot stress that enough. We're supposed to get rain and thunderstorms tonight. Which, yeesh, after the rain we got last night, oh boy.